every day.
Nope.
Welcome, Squeeze, to your own
Welcome
show.
to my own show.
Welcome.
No, let me
Our
correct
show.
it. It's our show.
Welcome to our show.
Our show.
Our. As in hour for the next hour, you're going to be listening to us. Right?
Yep.
True or not true? All true.
Everyone's tuning in right now. I want to say welcome to each and everyone joining us right here on the Brad and Squeeze Show as Brad brings down the volume on the music in the background. Okay. I will not tell you the number. All right. I'm done.
You're done?
I'm done.
All right, so it's 1-800. No, I'm only kidding. Go ahead.
See, someone's giving the angry face there because, they want me to give it a number.
Yeah, give it a number.
Good afternoon, Carol Anderson the Tiger. Like that name. And Nicholas Fastcar Smith up like 7. Up like a 458. Drop top red on the highway at 150 miles an hour.
What?
Turn that up. Turn that up. Yeah.
What?
This is his song. You know he's in this.
Yo, Kev,
Yeah.
don't pull that tune up right now.
I'm gonna have to do it for you.
I have to do it myself.
Let's go. Let's go, Tri-State area. Let's go. I know that. Tell them. This song is a cool song.
You like this song?
I don't know why. Yo, where are the?
Whoa.
Go,
You're missing it.
I just want to chase the dreams and they get rich like Greg Million, squeeze them, got a car.
Got the Ferrari like squeezing them.
No, get rich like.
Oh, I thought it said got the Ferrari
I'm
like
rich in
squeezing
love,
them.
man. I'm rich in love.
You like that?
I'm
you
rich
like
in love.
when your name is in the lyrics.
I like when I'm stroked.
Well, a little TMI there.
Jesus.
That is way too
We
much.
were on the up and up, guys, and we just
That
took a
is
drop.
That is way too much TMI.
Not in the way you're thinking.
Too much TMI.
Yeah.
Too much TMI. Do you really want to know about Squeeze being stroked? I don't.
No,
Listen.
I am not interested.
I'm
I
cringing.
get
Don't want to listen anymore.
I'm
Listen.
cringing at this.
See, the people that tune into yours truly,
Yes.
David Squeeze, Annakie,
They want to hear that
their
stuff.
minds are never in the gutter. They're good, clean people. All right?
Right.
I can tell you that.
Right.
100%.
Right.
And,
And by the way, Carlos, thank you for sharing from the DR. I haven't seen him in a while.
Carlos, what up?
Carlene Davis watches all
send
the
me a
time.
ticket from DR, man. I was told to go to the DR.
Carlene watches all the time on YouTube. So we're live on YouTube at Law Offices Spar and Bernstein. Periscope I'm logging into right now. Let's see what's going on Periscope. And let's see. Periscope's always very interesting. And of course we're live
Bless
on
up
Law.
to Simi.
We're also live on
Yeah.
What is Periscope
we are,
doing?
I don't know. We are also live. We're not live
Charmaine,
on Periscope.
good-
I don't know what's going on
good
there.
afternoon.
We are. It loaded for me.
All right, we'll try again. 1-800-529-5465. And by the way, on Facebook at Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein, Candy Anderson, Tanette, Abram, Lisa Bling Rose, always watch all the time. Good afternoon to all our viewers. Good afternoon to all the listeners on WVIP 93.5 FM. The afterthought of the Brad and Squeeze Show.
I'm not saying that.
But seems like it, though. We always
Yikes.
talking about Facebook.
I think 93.5 is a
We're
wonderful
always
station.
talking about YouTube.
Yeah.
We're always talking about Periscope.
Wait, someone just used the thankful button on Facebook for the first time, and I see it.
I've
Whoever
seen
did,
it. I've
thank
seen
you.
it before.
It's awesome.
I've seen it before. I thought it was snowflakes.
It's like a purple flower.
Yeah, I thought it was snowflakes. I'm like, why are people giving me snowflakes the other day?
You guys should click that button as well as the share one right
Yes.
next to it.
Yes, if you share, by the way, sharing is the best way to spread the word. So if you're listening on WVIP, just yell out your window, hey, listen to Brad and Squeeze. If you are watching on Facebook, please take out your thumb right now and share with your friends and family on YouTube at Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein. Facebook at David Squeeze Annakie. Facebook on my personal page now. You can watch on my personal page on Facebook at Brad Bernstein.
I got a new one for you,
You can also watch
which you have absolutely
the
no
Brad and
control over.
Squeeze dot.
No.
What?
I have a new social media.
Which is what?
platform,
Snapchat.
Which has nothing to do with you, has nothing to do with me. And no
What?
matter how much you rant and carry
Freddie.
on like you did when you did the other day, it has nothing to do with us.
What?
It's called TuneIn.
Tune in.
And people are actually
Tuning in.
the TuneIn app. You've never gone on the TuneIn
I
app?
have never gone on the TuneIn
You
app.
got to go to the TuneIn app. And people are actually asking questions on the TuneIn app.
I don't know anything
You
about
young
it.
kids are just too much for me, man.
The
I
TuneIn
can't-
app is a
TuneIn
number
app?
one. It's a number one app in the world when it comes to radio stations. The number one app in the world when it comes to radio station. I can't believe that you guys don't know. So guess what? People are actually asking immigration questions on the TuneIn app for WVIP.
And TuneIn app. Hello, TuneIn. We love the number
look it
one
up.
radio app in the world. TuneIn. We're there.
Yes, we are.
We are there.
Yep.
And by the way, we are on David Squeeze Annakie's Facebook page. We're on Brad Bernstein's Facebook page. You can also follow me, by the way.
You should.
On Instagram at Bernstein_Brad.
Or
And
David Squeeze Annakie.
I hate the
Or
word
David
underscore.
Annakie.
Why is it? I don't like the word underscore. It's just too. It just doesn't.
I like it. You don't.
I don't know.
It's the dash, but it's
who is the
under.
geezer that set up your social media?
Brad Bernstein. Bernstein_Brad set up my Instagram account.
Oh, that's that guy?
It was that guy. The Bernstein_Brad guy.
Brad, what do I do for
I thought
a
we were
living?
changing
I'm
it
a
to the real
marketer.
Brad Bernstein. Can I see your phone? I'll change it right now
The real Brad Bernstein,
for your Instagram.
but not Bernstein_Brad.
No, because you said you don't like the underscore. And
I
it'll
don't
be-
like it.
So I'll change it
All
right
you
now.
have to
change
do
it later?
Give me your
All
phone.
you have to
I
do
know,
is
I'm not
all you have to
another
do.
show.
All you have to do is put Brad H Bernstein.
Yeah,
That's
and
it.
you can
And it
follow.
would've been done.
You can
Look up
Yeah.
Brad Bernstein.
Right.
Find it.
What's
And
the
by the
H?
way, what?
What's the H? If
Hard ass.
Just. Right. It's happy-go-lucky.
understandable.
You can. There's a lot of words that start with H.
Yeah. What are we about to say?
Right. Happy. What else starts with H?
I'm blanking for a second.
I thought of something, but then I said, "Wow, that would be really."
You can't say it.
I can't say it.
1-800-529-5465.
And then Squeeze will be like, "Brad."
So he thought of it and then looked at me.
Yeah.
Like, why don't you say
And then I was
it?
about to
You
say
get in
it.
trouble.
And then I was about to say it, and then Squeeze will be like, "I don't want to know about that stuff. Go talk
No,
to your
I
girlfriends
don't.
about that, right?"
Oh man.
Yes.
I don't know.
What do you think would start with H?
Harmonious.
Harmonious.
You know what I'm doing, Brad?
Do you know what? Horn.
Brad.
You know when you
Brad.
hunk a horn?
Brad.
Oh, okay.
By the way, Brad.
You were thinking something else.
Yep.
Harry.
By the way, I'm giving away airline tickets.
Harry. What?
These guys are not even hearing me.
I don't care about your. We're trying to figure out what the H stands
I'm
for in my
trying to
name.
give people airline tickets here.
Don't worry about the airline. What could
Wait,
H
for
stand for? I gotta
What are you
ask.
guys smoking today?
I have to ask Mom and Dad. Pops and
What
Pops.
planet have you guys been hanging out on?
Uranus.
That's it. That's the
Right.
planet.
But I don't know because you know what's very funny is I always ask my mother and father what is the H in my name because
They
it's
never
just
told you?
no, they tell me, but it's always a different story.
What?
I never get the right story on what the H is. Gotta get them on the radio and figure this one out.
Uranus is the
Carol
seventh
said-
planet from the sun. It has the third largest planetary radius and fourth largest planetary mass in the solar system.
So Uranus has the
Uranus has
largest
the
planetary-
fourth largest mass in the.
Wait, Uranus has the largest radius, planetary radius.
All right, that's really getting dirty now.
It's just
SMG, come on, stop.
Michelle.
It's the
All
planet
right.
we're talking about here.
Harry.
Hope.
Lisa Bling Rose says it's Harry.
Carol says hope.
Hope.
Thank you for inviting too, Carol. We appreciate
Yes.
it.
And please share with all your friends and family. 1-800-529-5465. We have a lot of people on hold right here. I want to get right into immigration on the Brad and Squeeze Show.
Absolutely. Let's
Right.
jump into it.
And-
1-800-529-5465. My name is David Squeeze Annakie. The Annakie comes from a line of kings that none of you know about. All right? But it's good to hang out with some guy whose middle initial is H.
Do you know I went to the deli? I was a little hungry before the show started. I said, you know what, maybe I'll have a little more energy.
One that's always shut down.
Yeah, I got a raw egg there.
Oh, God. You're
Okay.
dead now.
Why
Yeah.
do you always play with this
And you
type
want to
of-
know what? Now I ate the
That
raw
place is
egg.
shut down. It
'cause
shuts-
I,
it
I
shuts
wanted
them
a
down
little,
every other
I
week.
wanted a
Yeah.
little protein.
Department of Health shuts them down.
No, I didn't go to that one.
They have a B.
I didn't go to that
Oh,
one.
it didn't go to that one.
Oh, okay, good.
We're not
How
going
are
to call
you
it
feeling
names.
now?
But I don't know. The raw egg could have been a rotten egg.
Is that how you feel?
Yeah, I feel a little rotten right
What's
now.
that smell?
The rotten egg.
Upper lip.
Oh, man. Man, you shouldn't
Right.
have eaten that.
So I'm drinking the Diet Coke to try to
Yeah, get the taste out of
get
your
the
mouth.
taste out of my mouth.
That's nasty.
It's
You want
just-
I have Altoids too. That's pretty strong to get the taste out.
Maybe I.
There's this thing called Listerine. You
no,
guys
no,
ever heard of it?
No, it's not. It's not a bad breath. It's
No, but
the,
no,
Just
it
to
will
the
get rid of it.
taste.
It's
Yeah,
just
get
the-
the taste out of your mouth.
Yeah.
It will get a taste out of your mouth.
Yeah, because I'll be.
It kills
it'll be
every damn
alcohol.
thing in your
That's
mouth.
right. That's right.
All right.
Right. You know
So-
what? You know, Squeeze. You can literally. Oh, I'm going to get in the gutter again. Never
Yeah,
mind.
please don't. Let's go to
I
the.
was-
All right,
all right.
let's demonstrate what we do. I want to say thanks to everybody for actually sharing on my page. And honestly, we have a major party in Jamaica next weekend, and I'm giving away a pair of airline tickets. And I got to figure out how to do it on social media. So if someone can come up with an idea, it'll be great.
Think of a number from 1 to 10.
Let's go to the phone lines. All right,
7. Do I win?
let's go to the phone lines.
That would be great
Let's go to the phone lines.
if I actually win the tickets and then everyone says, "Oh, Squeeze, you fixed it. Brad won the tickets."
If I were them, I would think that also.
You would think it was totally fixed, right?
Absolutely.
But if I win them, I don't know anything. I'm going to be just as equally.
But based on radio station rules, you could not participate.
Yes, I can, because
No,
we
you
make up
cannot.
our own rules.
Oh,
I'm allowed
Don't
to.
listen to him, folks.
We
He's
make
lying.
up our
We
own
do
rules.
not
I
make
am
up
going
our
to
own rules.
participate in this contest.
Let's go to the phone lines.
Felix,
Felix.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Wonderful.
What's happening?
Felix. Are you Felix
I
Unger?
think. Thank you for taking my call.
my pleasure.
All right, sir. I'm a green card holder, and I have applied for citizenship.
Right.
And my green card right now is expired, and I'm still waiting for my citizenship. So, should I just reapply for a green card again? Because it's been I only do my fingerprint stuff since like
well,
6
what do
months
you what do you
already.
need? What do you need the green card for? Unless you're going to be traveling.
You from the Philippines, Felix?
What about my job?
Well, are they asking you for it?
No.
All right, then keep working. You're a resident, and your taxes will go through. So you try to save the money. If you filed for your citizenship 6 months ago, you should be a citizen in another month or two.
Where are you from, Felix?
All right, thank you, appreciate it.
Where are you from?
I'm from Haiti.
From Haiti. All right.
Yeah, he didn't sound from the Philippines.
All right.
All right, Felix.
Sac
Thank
passe,
you,
Felix.
appreciate it. Great
Thank
shows,
you.
guys.
Wow,
Thank you.
you very much. Appreciate it. Wow, that was the egg.
That was the egg.
That was the egg.
You sac passe?
I don't suck anything.
It's,
Nabule.
no, not, you're
What?
supposed to say nabule.
Nabula.
Sock.
Let's try.
Sock.
Let's try.
Please, suck.
Let's try this
You
again.
guys, man.
Next call.
Michelle.
Tiffany.
Oh, Tiffany.
Yeah,
Hi,
How are you?
Tiffany. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
We are doing much better now that you're on the radio with Brad and Squeeze. That show?
Come on, you make me blush.
But it's the truth. You just cheered us up.
I'm good.
Okay.
I
all right.
am. Me here, Whitney.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't even remember what I was going to say.
Well, you called
guys,
for a reason.
something as when I put the people on hold, I was listening to and I'm say, oh, hello. And I realized it's all I am, and I was like, oh, that's so nice. See?
Yeah, we put you on hold. We got everything on hold, so you can hear everything that's happening. We are that
So
technologically
when you're on
advanced.
hold,
Nice.
you're
It's
listening to
all
the radio
really
show,
nice.
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yes.
So what is your question?
What I want to find out are quite a few things. If I'm in Jamaica and I want to file for myself in the US, I've never yet traveled, and I'm interested in the US, and I want to reside in the US. How I go about filing for myself?
Well, you can't sponsor yourself unless you have some sort of extraordinary ability. That you're an Olympian, or you have some other extraordinary ability. Other than that, you're not going to file for yourself from another country, or you're going to invest $1 million
So it is
in a
not
business.
possible.
Or you're going to invest $1 million in a business. There's other investment visas that are maybe less than $1 million, but it's not possible to just say, I want to get a green card, unless you have extraordinary ability or you're going to make a big investment in the United States somewhere.
Okay, and another thing, my son's father recently, around a week or two now, he resides in the US. His mommy filed for him, and he's now in the US. In New Jersey, rather. And if I want him to file for me, how I go about it?
You would
And
have to
how
you would have
long
to
would
get you
it
would have to
be?
get married to him, because he can't. There's no such thing as son's father filing, but there is such a thing as husband filing.
Oh,
Yeah.
So,
You know what it
how
is,
long would
Tiffany.
it
You're
take?
going to need. Well, is he a citizen or a resident?
I don't even know because in terms of getting
number
green
number
card as yet,
number one, to be in a bona fide relationship with somebody, because that's what you're going to have to prove. You should know basic things about them, like are they a resident or a citizen.
No, man, him recently gone up, you know. Him
Right.
recently
Okay.
migrated from Jamaica.
Then he's a resident. What I think you're gonna
He's
need.
a resident.
Yeah. What I think you're gonna need to do is have a consultation with us because we're not gonna solve your problems on a radio show. Okay. But
I know. I just
but-
wanted to find out
Sure.
how long it would take because I'm
If you
interested in the law.
marry a resident, it'll take about 2 years.
2 years. All right then.
All right. Hold on
All
one
right,
second.
you can
Hold
put
on.
me onto someone.
Yeah. Hold on one second, Tiff. Tiff.
Gotta big
Wow,
up.
she's like my friend now, Tiff.
Yeah, gotta big up Andre Johnson. He's doing mad
Who's
shares.
Andre Johnson?
Some cat that share just
He's a cat.
share- yeah, just
He's a
sharing
cat.
all over. Yeah.
Cat.
So gotta say big up to Andre. Maybe
Yes.
Andre's working on the tickets. Never know.
Maybe most shares of the show
Yeah.
gets free tickets to Jamaica. I'm going to be sharing like Andre, like there's no tomorrow. I'm going to be sharing like Andre, like there's
It's a
no
nice
tomorrow.
party though. Club.
You know,
Hottest
by the
hotel
way,
in Jamaica. Then a
by the
boat
way,
party, boat beach party the following day, private beach top off.
It's a triple
way,
threat.
All inclusive.
Wait, what do you say?
All
Beach what?
inclusive. Beach party.
Top off.
I don't know about that.
Shani Bay Smith is share.
By the way, all men must have their tops off.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
It's a triple threat. Club, beach, and
why,
boat.
Why do you want men there naked?
For the ladies.
For the late, not for you.
I didn't say naked. I said top.
Top off.
For the
Top
ladies.
Birds of a feather. You know, if the men are like that, the women will join in.
You know what the problem with all my parties are?
What's the problem with your parties?
Way too many women and not enough men. I swear.
Have you ever been on a boat with this guy over here?
No way.
I swear. These guys just don't like hanging
No
out. You
way.
can ask any of the girls.
All right, let's go to Marissa.
Melissa,
Hi, yes.
how you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. Just having some energy here.
Yeah, we're fair. Maybe you can make us better.
Yeah.
I called last week Friday about my grandma filing for my mom. And she's here in the U.S., and I told her she was here in the U.S. for 2 years, and my name came up at the interview. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay.
But you're like 30-something now.
Yes, 33.
Right.
And no, she's not here 2 years yet. She's here 1 year and 6 months.
Let her file for you.
No, but remember I told you that my
But you're off the case now. Remember what I told you? There,
No, but you said the person has to be here if the person is over 2 years. That's what you said.
No, I didn't say anything about 2 years. You asked me, you know, my name was on the case. Am I able to get my green card through that case? And I said, well, you're 33 years old. You're kind of aged out. Your mother would have to refile for you again.
So because I'm 33, you'd have to redo it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right. Hold on.
And I have another question.
what?
I already made appointments.
Okay, great.
What's the difference between somebody that has to go back home that already approved for a waiver?
Well, somebody who has to go home without a waiver is stuck for 10 years likely. Someone who goes home with a waiver will come back in 2 or 3 weeks. That's the big difference.
No, I'm talking about somebody who don't have to go back home.
You're asking me to tell you every nuance in the law of how you get a green card here
Yes.
versus... All right. Yeah. All right. So what time is the show over?
No,
It's going to take out too many. It's just too many different nuances of who can stay and who cannot stay.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
But
All right,
when you
thank
come in, we'll go through your specific thing, okay?
Okay,
All
thank
right,
you. Then.
okay.
All right. Once again, folks, got to say thank you all so much for joining us right here on the Brad and Squeeze Show.
By the way, Carlos is looking. There's a competition. Carlos and Shani Bay Smith sharing like mad men and mad women right now. They all want the tickets.
I think my fans share more than your fans.
They all want the tickets. Well, I don't know. Let's see what
Is that
happens.
a challenge?
Maybe I should remind them who is
Let's
giving
see
away
what
the
happens.
tickets and what page they should be sharing. on.
Yes, but maybe I should remind them that I am the ultimate judge of who shares the most.
Maybe you should hand me your American Express.
Maybe I should.
18 sounds like a good number.
18 shares. 18
Inside
shares.
joke.
18 shares sounds like a good number. It's a very lucky number in the Jewish religion, 18, by the way.
Really? There you
Yes,
go.
did you know that?
Hey.
Like if you go to a bat mitzvah or a bar mitzvah, you always give in increments of 18 because that's the lucky number. So like if you want to give a gift of $100, you don't give 100, you give 118.
Good. That's why I
If
mentioned
you
18.
want to, if you want to be, not as nice and you want to give a less expensive, you give $18, or you give 36.
What's the next?
52.
You guys are very good at math. All right. Well, seeing that
But
you're
that
so
is
good,
the-
maybe you know what this number means.
What?
Got my I-485, that number, interview notice. Then a day after, I received a cancel notice. I have no bad record. Came here legally and working legally.
Yeah, I bet.
What do you think happened?
I think you got a really bad record. I think you got. No,
They
I'm only
just don't
kidding.
know.
No, I'm only kidding.
do you think?
I think they were probably oversubscribed with interviews and had to reschedule.
What about this one here? How do you go about getting a nanny working visa?
You do it. There's no working visa for a nanny, but there is a job sponsorship for a nanny. It only takes about 18 months.
Well, Ma Dukes wants to
Give
know.
us a call.
Ma Dukes
Ma
wants to know.
Dukes?
Yeah, Ma Dukes.
My Dukes.
Says a friend of mine went for her interview in November. The immigration officer verbally told her green card was approved, but to date she has not received the welcome letter or the green card. What should she do?
When was this?
Back in November.
She should come see me then.
All right. Got to say link up to Dion Johnson watching from Barbados. Thank you for checking in. Barbados! You know who took me to Barbados?
Leon Johnson
No. Ages ago.
took you to Barbados.
Let's not call her name, but she was on the
Riri?
cover of a
Jamrock?
magazine. That's
Was
all
she on
I
the
can
cover
say.
of
Rihanna?
Jamrock?
All right, that's all I'll say.
Who's Lance?
Lance. Who the hell is Lance?
Lance is the
His
guy
al-
from
his
Jamaican
alter-
Mafia.
It's his
That's a
alter
character.
ego.
Yes.
It's his alter ego.
Was Rihanna on cover of Jamrock magazine?
There's a lot of people.
Goes to
on
show
the
how
cover.
much you don't
I
even
don't
check out
remember.
the magazine.
I don't remember.
That's all right, man.
I think
It's
she
a-
was.
It's a great magazine.
She was.
Was DJ Sean on Link Up Radio?
Yes. Rihanna, I think she was the first person, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
back
This
then.
photo shoot was in Miami.
You know a lot.
I remember. I wasn't invited, but
She
you went.
wasn't.
But
She
you went.
wasn't what she was now.
No, she was not as.
You know what I love the
She
most
was
about that
not
magazine?
what she was
The
now.
shirts. You ever get some of the clothes that he made for the magazine? Good style.
Yeah.
I miss it.
That's old school. Jamrock magazine.
The golden days.
Yeah.
Golden days. You know whose idea Jamrock magazine was?
Who's?
You're looking at it.
Really?
I told Squeeze he needs a magazine.
Yep.
Oh.
Thanks to him. You know.
That went. It's true. That went really well. You're right. Thanks to Brad, you lost, I don't know, umpteen millions of dollars on a magazine. But it was my idea for you to lose.
As soon as he mentioned it, it
was
went digital. Everything went digital in the world.
It was my idea for you to lose those millions
Everything
of
went
dollars.
digital in the world. Like, thank you, Brad. Yeah. As soon as he mentioned, they came out with the iPhone.
Yes.
Oh man.
Yes.
Thank
Yeah.
you for my phone set.
Yeah.
I don't know why you have to give it to that guy across through, man. Don't worry, your iris will not work, man.
Whoa! All right, 1-800-529-5465. Let's try to go through as many. We have David Moreno here, but let's try to go through his squeeze. Let's try to go through as many immigrant. What are you doing?
I'm just checking his head.
You're like sticking your hand in front of me. All right, so let's try to do as many immigration questions as we can before we get to David Moreno on criminal defense.
All right.
And
Let's
that's
go.
Lisa.
Let's go.
Lisa.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello, Lisa.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
What's your question, Lisa?
So I have a quick question.
What is the question?
Everyone's question is quick.
I started my filing. Well, I came here on a K-1 visa, got married. I recently got my work permit.
Great.
I tried to get my social security today. When I went there, they told me that I need my marriage certificate. Now I'm realizing that because I put my husband's name.
Yeah, because
now I'm
because
realizing-
all your information is in your maiden name.
Yeah, my passport and everything is in my maiden name.
Right.
But I'm wondering, can I change that back to my maiden name, change back like my work permit? Because I don't want to be walking around every day with a marriage certificate.
No, you won't have to. Once you get your social security card and your work permit in your married name, then you can go get your driver's license in your married name, and then you will not have to go walk around with your marriage certificate anymore. You have now assumed that name.
So what if I go back to school or something? Because I have like 2 degrees and they're in my maiden name.
That's fine. I mean, going back and getting a new work permit in your maiden name, you're gonna wait another 90 days, and then your green card, because you already submitted the applications, are gonna come in your married name. Then you're gonna have to change that around. So you're gonna have a whole. You're gonna take what is now a very small problem and turn it into an enormous problem. So my advice would be: go get the social in your married name, Go get the because apparently you didn't mind it at the time. You put it in as married, and then let me finish, please. And then
That was supposed to
excuse
be
me.
discreet.
No. Squeeze is telling me to go fast, but I want you to understand. And then
No, I'm saying speak a little faster.
speak a little fast.
Yes.
No, I want Lisa to understand.
She will understand.
But if you didn't interrupt me, I would have been done with Lisa
if you
already.
continue,
All right,
now-
why are you guys
All right,
arguing?
stop.
Lisa's
All right,
waiting.
All right, so any event, then you get your driver's license, you marry name, and now you don't have to walk around anymore with anything. You're fine.
Okay.
All right.
Alrighty.
That's the
Thank you
easiest
so
thing
much.
at this point. All right.
Okay.
All right. 1-800-529-5465.
You sure you're done?
Call. Yes.
Okay, Carl, how you doing?
What's up?
Hey, how you doing?
How are you?
Good.
Carl, I'm going to try to talk as fast as I humanly can because Squeeze doesn't want me to spend any more than 15 seconds per person.
I didn't say that.
All right?
Speak a little faster.
Carl, you're done. I'm sorry. Your time is up according to Squeeze.
Well, you haven't answered a question.
It doesn't matter. So all you're giving him.
Carl, what's your question?
All right. My wife is from Jamaica,
Uh-huh.
and she's waiting for her 10-year to get her unconditional green card.
Yes.
And we're kind of running a situation that we want to bring her daughter and granddaughter over here to live with us, but the embassy keeps on denying her.
How old is the daughter?
24.
Okay, they're denying her because she's apparently applying for my guess. I'm taking a guess, but I think I'm usually right. She's applying for a visitor's visa. So the
Yes.
fact the embassy is correct in denying her because she is not coming here to visit. She's coming here, just as you said, to live here. You don't get a visitor's visa to live in America. You get a visitor's visa to visit, and you have to be able to show that you're going to return home. If the embassy believes that your daughter and the granddaughter are coming to visit, are coming to live in America, they're not going to give them a visitor's visa. So I think what you need to do is make an appointment with me to figure out what is the process to get the daughter and granddaughter here to live permanently, which is what you
Yeah.
want. So hold on 1 second, okay?
All right.
1-800-529-5465. Next call. Chop, 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 chop.
I can't help it. The eggs. 1 second.
Chop. Come on.
Eggs.
Come
Andrew.
on, man. Andrew, what's
A
up?
little disconcerting.
What's
the
up,
eggs.
Squeeze?
Woman
Hi,
of dial.
Brad.
What's
Everything's
happening?
good.
Have a question. What could be the reason for the interview change of date? Originally, a friend of mine had seen on their site that they were ready to schedule an interview in January, and then they changed it until May.
They've been doing that to a lot of people, and I don't know the reason why it's happening, but apparently they're having staffing issues or they've over scheduled interviews. I would say as long as you don't have any skeletons in your closet, the reason is it's just a scheduling issue. Sometimes they reschedule appointments because they discover something in your background that they didn't realize in the beginning and they need more time to investigate it. But if there's nothing in your background to be concerned about, it's really just scheduling issues.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you, Brad.
All right, you're welcome.
Okay, let's go to the next call. 1-800-LawLink.
Sandra.
529-5465.
Yes.
What's
Good
up?
afternoon.
Good
Hi, Sandy.
afternoon.
How you doing?
I'm okay.
Okay, what's your question
And
for
you?
Brad?
Yes. My daughter went to the embassy in Jamaica and they refused her visa because under the circumstances 221A1 health-related grounds. It was valid until April 1st, 2017.
Right. Why did they deny her? Don't give me sections of law. Just tell me why they denied her.
They said health-related grounds.
Health-related? Does she have a communicable disease, or did
No.
she say
she owned it that she used to smoke.
she smoked weed?
Right.
Right. So when
They
you
didn't
walk
see the
when
nurses.
you walk into the embassy, or you tell the doctor who takes the medical exam
Right.
beforehand, and they say, "Hey, you smoke weed?" Yeah.
Yes.
And she says, "Yeah, I do."
No one did.
Yes.
Guess what?
Occasionally.
They're now denying.
Socially.
They're now denying you based on the fact that they think you're a drug abuser. These
Right.
are arcane laws, but that's what it is. Okay.
Now, what can be done?
If half of America, 3/4 of Colorado, would be denied green cards. Would you believe that? 3/4 of Colorado would be denied. 3/4 of the people in Colorado smoke weed. If they were all born here, if they lived in Jamaica, they'd be denied green cards.
Where'd you get your stats from?
I just made it up, but I believe that's the case. Because my friend went to Colorado. He goes, everybody's high there. So I have no idea though. So it's a general claim, but I believe that's the case. So now she has to stay clean. Now she has to stay clean for 3 years and try again. But maybe there's something we can do. I got to figure out and speak to her and see exactly what she told
What
the
if she
doctor.
can prove?
What she told the doctor. So hold on one second, but she's going to need to speak to me personally about what she told the doctor in terms of her smoking. So hold on one second.
Hold on, book an appointment with Brad Bernstein
So
at 1-800-LawLink.
the only advice I can tell people is this. When you go to the doctor and the doctor says, you smoke weed? He's not asking for his own.
He's not going to ask because he's asking for some.
He's not asking because he's asking for some, and he's not asking because he's just a curious man. He's asking because the law says if you're smoking weed, you don't get a green card.
Sorry.
Now, if you smoked a joint like you're like Bill Clinton.
I've never smoked.
Bill Clinton would have been denied.
Bill Clinton smokes weed?
Well, he claimed to have inhaled but didn't. He smoked but didn't inhale.
That's a lot of things he
That was the most conniving, answer of all time. So I don't know how you could smoke but not inhale. That would just be
like a cigar.
What would it be is that basically what he was saying is that the cigarette was in his mouth, but he held his breath.
Yeah.
Well, why was it even in his mouth in the first place?
But you would hold so I didn't inhale because I held my breath until I turned red, and then I don't know how that's possible.
Bill Clinton's a very literal man, right? In history of his days,
I smoked, but I didn't inhale. Bill Clinton, by the way, if he was truthful and he went to the U.S. Embassy, he'd be denied.
Really?
Yes. Because they're going to say, yeah, right, you didn't inhale, right?
Yeah.
They come back 3 years from now. So I would advise Bill Clinton, had he been going for a green card, to say no. That's what I would have advised him.
Just got a text, man.
From Bill Clinton.
No.
Hillary.
No, you're in
Huma
trouble.
Abedin.
Nope.
Chelsea?
Wiener.
Nope.
Who?
The government. They said that you made claim that 3/4 of Colorado smokes weed.
I think they do. According to my friend who was there.
Very reliable source.
He was a very reliable source, and he said it seemed like 3/4 of the people there were high. The people serving me food, everybody. Everybody was just
a very happy community.
Everybody was just a step slower there.
I guess when you're high, everybody looks high to you.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's very possible, but I'm just telling you what I heard.
Let's find out what Fred thinks and if he has an answer.
Who's Fred?
Fred.
Freddie Fred?
Fred.
Fred.
Freddie French?
Fred. Fred.
Going once. Fred.
Hello.
This is not a Fred.
But why do they call you Fred?
Why they call you Fred?
Why they put Fred there?
You're not Fred.
Go ahead. Ma'am, you said hello?
It's supposed to be Craig.
Craig.
Craig is driving. So
Craig
I'm
is
talking
driving,
for
so
him.
you're talking for Craig.
Yeah.
This is
Yes.
Craig's spokeswoman.
Right.
This is
I'm
the
his wife.
Sean Spicer of Craig.
You gotta get
Something like that.
all right.
Something like that.
So what's the question for
Okay.
Yeah, that would be
Right.
great.
My
That would be
husband-
great if she says, "This is Sean Spicer. I'm calling for Craig."
So my husband got in some trouble quite a few years ago, and they put like a somewhat order of protection with me, him, and the kids, but
Somewhat.
I'm not but it's not like a stay away order.
Wait, 1 second. 1 second. I have criminal defense attorneys here. Let me get them involved in this a second. All right, so we can get a clarification. Is there anything in the law called a somewhat order of protection?
No.
There's no such thing.
A somewhat order?
A somewhat order of, you either have an order of protection or
Or
you don't.
I mean, is
He
it
have a-
temporary?
Could have been
temporary and expired.
No, he have an order of protection, but it's not a stay away order of protection.
It might be a limited order of protection. So
Right. So every time I'm in the car, when they pull him over and they see my ID, they will take him out the car and stuff like that until they see the letter that the lawyer gives to him to show to the police.
by letter, you mean a copy of the limited order of protection? 'Cause
Right.
I'm
that
sure
is
a letter
not
from the
stay
attorney
away.
is not
Why
going to
would
help.
they need to take him out of the car?
Why are they asking for?
Because the way a limited order of protection works is they're seen as a TOP.
What's
order
a
of protection.
TOP?
temporary order of protection.
Okay, got it.
Or final order of protection with you, ma'am, as the protected party, right? So when they see that, the first thing they're going to assume is that it's a stay away, right? If it's a stay away, you being in the car with him, he's committing a crime. However, if it's a limited order of protection and they pull him out the car and then he shows them a copy of that, the only thing it's barring him from doing is committing any crimes against you. He cannot assault you, he can't stalk you, he can't harass you, that sort of thing.
That's like a dumb thing, though, because no one could assault her anyway, whether they have this limited order of protection or not. So what does that serve? What's the purpose of that?
Well,
I have no idea because they still torment him. So it's like.
Where did this
annoying.
happen?
So
Where did this happen?
in New York, Westchester County.
So why don't we make?
Couldn't
Can you
we-
make an application to end it?
Yeah, we
To
can.
vacate,
How long has it been?
Modify.
It's been probably like about 10 years ago, 7,
Not
8, 10 years
possible.
ago, something like
That
that.
order of protection cannot be good this long. You know what? You should give us a call. We'll talk about
Is
stuff here.
there one that just goes unlimited forever?
No, there's not.
I don't even know what it is.
There's
but
no
they're supposed
permanent
to
order of
make it
protection.
together. They still bother.
Does he have?
When we
Does he
come
have?
back.
Does he have? Does Craig have? Is he a citizen? Is he a resident?
Yeah, he's a citizen of the United. Yeah.
All right, so he just has this issue that 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago, there was some limited order of protection that every time he is checked for whatever reason, he shouldn't be checked, but assuming he is, this is coming up and causing a problem.
Now, is it expired or no?
I don't even know if it's expired.
Okay.
All right,
don't
so
even know.
basically you don't know a lot, but we'll get to the bottom of
Oh,
it.
he said the order of protection doesn't expire till 2019.
Okay.
A 10-year order of protection.
Depends on what he pled to, but we can get to the bottom of this and possibly have
But
it
you
modified.
guys are living together for all these years. Nothing has happened.
No violations.
No violations.
15 years.
All right.
15 years, no
So
violations.
what we're going to want to do is see if we can make a motion to terminate it early. Hold on one second, okay? All right. Hold on. All right.
let me
By
squeeze
the
this
way,
question in, Brad.
she did a great job talking on behalf of Craig.
Excellent
All
job.
right. I heard Spicy's going to be out of a job soon. Maybe Trump wants to
Hire her.
hire her. She did an excellent job.
Hopefully Trump's out of a job soon.
Yeah, hopefully. Let me squeeze this question in, Brad.
Who's going to be out of a job?
Brad?
I don't know.
No, who'd you say is going to be out of a job?
Spicy.
Spicy Spicer.
Is it Spicy or Spicer?
I don't know, but
Spicer.
but they all call him like on the comedy thing, Spicy.
So, Brad, quick question. If a U.S. citizen puts in papers for his husband and before the date expires in the U.S., they send it back because something was missing on the form, and it's gone back in now, is it a problem? He's on a visitor's visa?
As long as you're a U.S. citizen, it's not a problem. But the problem is you're trying to do something that you're obviously getting incorrect. I'd go find a lawyer, but the fact that he overstayed is not a problem as long as you're married to a U.S.
And
citizen.
if you're looking for a lawyer, you have Spar Bernstein,
You
1-800-529-5465.
Very good, SMG.
Just if you're wondering. Just if you're
Very, very good. Squeeze is just reading. Are you reading like a love letter there?
No.
You seem to be.
He's waiting for
engrossed.
page 21.
You seem to be very
I'm just
engrossed.
checking out something with Sean Spicer from SNL where he's going down the road with
Oh, I didn't. Oh, I didn't. I didn't. I didn't. Yeah, I didn't. I didn't see it. I didn't
Was
see
that
it.
Melissa McCarthy?
Yeah, yeah, I
That
didn't
was
see it.
really good.
All right, so it's a quarter to. We got 15 minutes. We got to talk about criminal defense. We have Jacob Hudnut back.
Yep.
Who did talked about earlier today? Did a fabulous job taking a case where they were wanting to throw the book at the guy, 20 years, maybe more in prison, and basically got him nothing.
Basically, yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Probation, right?
Probation.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
jail time. Very good.
Piece of cake. And he was a resident, so he
Oh,
was able
because
to.
he would have been. He could have been found.
Yes.
To be a deportable
And
alien.
in fact, the immigration team here helped me come up with a plea offer that would not affect him.
Wow.
Cohesion.
So that's
Cohesive.
teamwork.
Very
This is what you
good.
get at Spar and Bernstein.
You
get
get
the whole
this stuff.
package.
You
Full
get this
service.
stuff.
You get teams that work
That was a
together.
shout out.
That's right.
Jenny helped me with that.
Yeah,
so
very
thank
good.
you,
Shout
Jenny.
out, Jenny.
Jenny
Big
was
shout out
on
to
the
Jenny.
show the other day
Yeah.
when Invisible Squeeze and Squeeze went to Sweden.
Oh.
So she hosted the show.
Invisible Squeeze.
Yes. Sometimes.
I can't wait for someone to disappear again. man.
Yeah,
I go to
because
Sweden for 3 days and
sometimes Squeeze
Let me just put
texts
it
me
straight.
and says, "I'll be there," and then he's not here.
women are a lot more beautiful than you there.
So then I'm sure I don't doubt it. And so then I say, "Wow, Invisible Squeeze is here," because he did say he was going to be here.
Giselle actually sat on him by accident.
Yes, and she was smiling the whole time.
Oh.
I'm just
All
telling
right,
you what
moving
happened.
along.
Michelle, how you doing, Michelle?
Yes.
I
take
wrote.
the high road.
I wrote. Don't you show me? Show them.
No, I'm showing you.
Yeah,
Just
you
show
know.
me.
Because you started a
I'm
conversation.
telling you what happened. All right, so what's happening in criminal defense, David Moreno?
A whole lot. I mean,
not a whole lot?
No, I
Then
said
let's go to
a
immigration.
whole
lot, okay.
Before we
So
go
quick.
to-
I was going to say not a whole lot, we'll go to immigration.
we could do
then.
10
All right.
seconds of squeeze banter, but 2 seconds of criminal defense.
I thought you just said not a whole lot.
No, a whole lot. A whole
Okay,
lot.
so what's going on?
We're helping clients every day. One client that comes to mind. Not every story has the same outcome, and Jacob had a client where he was facing serious time and they got probation. A client of mine recently was accused of murder, and he was facing 25 to life, and had been in jail for a number of years. And he had one trial. He had initial trial, 2 years ago, and the jury was hung. And after that trial, he said, "You know what? I don't trust this attorney. I don't want to go back to trial with him. If he would have asked certain questions, I don't think that the jury would have came back this way." He came in and saw us. He hired us, and the case was on for trial again. And the offer at trial was 25 to life again. And
what was he? He was charged with murder.
Charged with murder.
Uh-huh.
And we answered ready for the trial. We told the court, we told the prosecutors, "Look, we're ready to go. Let's do this thing." And the prosecutor found every excuse in the book to not be ready. The case got adjourned. They came back and they offered our client 12 years, balancing the equities. And again, for all you listeners out there, 12 years sounds like a long time. But when you're facing life without the possibility of parole, right?
Right.
You're going to entertain that offer, especially if you had been in for a while and not talking about my client's record. It was a really, really good offer. And that happened because we were aggressive on the case. We tracked down a few witnesses, and we really threw some serious doubt into the prosecutor's mind as to where the case was.
Because there was, this is a case when you say it's a hung jury on the first trial.
Mm-hmm.
This is a situation where the prosecutor there was a trial, and the prosecutor was able to convince at least many, but not all, of the jurors that this man committed murder beyond a reasonable doubt.
Correct.
So it's not as if this guy is squeaky clean.
Correct.
And although we don't, again,
Well, I wouldn't say that. Just
maybe
because-
he is squeaky clean.
Yeah, I mean, the evidence wasn't, the facts weren't on our side. The evidence wasn't on our side, the facts were. And the initial trial, there was not enough investigation done by the initial defense team to shed light on that. I don't think this case should have went to trial the first time. I think it should have probably, not every case is a trial, I think it should have probably worked out a plea then. But basically, we worked out a plea at the end of the day that allows this man to come home in a few years and still have a life with his family, which was not possible until we came on.
Squeeze, do you have our telephone number in your phone? Or you've just memorized it by saying it so many years?
It's kind of
You don't
imprinted
need it.
in my brain.
You don't need it.
Yeah.
But for the
Second nature.
But for people, let's say hypothetically, you did not do a radio show with me for 22 years, and you're just driving in your car, watching on Facebook or YouTube or Periscope or Tune In as your new media. Tune In.
Yeah.
Tuna?
Tune in.
Tune.
Yeah.
Tune in.
As you say,
And you were just
Tuesday,
watching,
tune.
and you don't happen to say the telephone number for 22 straight years, 2 hours a day. Would you want to save this telephone number?
Listen, I said it earlier today. Every single person that's out there that is in the state of New York or New Jersey should actually save this number.
Why is David Moreno making faces?
Because I'm looking at the comments on, what is this, Periscope, and they're ridiculous.
Never, ever.
Don't ever
respond
even mention
to Periscope.
Just don't even ignore
You
it.
don't want to do that.
No, I
That's
just want to
Twitter.
make something clear for everyone listening.
You're going to start
No,
something.
no.
They're gonna,
Wait, what was it? Is
they're
it
gonna
Twitter?
come back at you.
No, it's
I don't care.
Periscope. So why
I'm
would-
going to make some. I'm a litigator. I can litigate with this guy. I don't care.
Oh,
Listen, I'm going to make
challenge
it
accepted.
clear on
He doesn't know what
Periscope
he's getting
to
himself
everyone
into.
listening there that allegations are just that. They're allegations, right? And you're innocent until proven guilty. My client was never proven guilty by a jury, which was hung the first time. And second of all, the prosecutor made the offer because we threw some serious doubt into whether or not he was the person that committed the murder. Now, what I call that is good legal work, and I call that justice.
And I just want to say
Nice.
one other thing. Every person is innocent until proven guilty.
And
So.
this is America, right?
Yeah, this is America.
Please
Okay,
forgot
it's not you're a murderer and you have to prove your innocence. And what's more important than anything else is your rights. Your rights to a fair trial, of a trial that is not tainted with fraud or the fix, or a trial where fair people and fair-minded people can look at evidence and decide whether you did something beyond a reasonable doubt. And the reality is, this is not. By the way, this is not OJ. This is somebody different. and the fact of the matter is, who is? I don't know. It doesn't really matter. You don't. Yeah, but the fact of the matter is, you know what? I'm proud of the fact that you were able to put the prosecutors. And by the way, you are a prosecutor.
I was a prosecutor.
Okay, you prosecuted people for the first 7 years of your career. I mean, I don't know. You. By the way, yes, you represented this guy, but on the other hand, I don't know. Would you put thousands and thousands of people in jail, right, as a prosecutor?
I wouldn't go
Tens
that
of
far.
thousands. 1 million people in jail as a prosecutor. How many people did you put in jail as a prosecutor?
I don't know, but listen.
Was it a lot?
Not anyone that didn't deserve it.
Right.
Number one. Number two.
Good answer.
Not anyone that didn't deserve it. But here
Right.
with criminal
Trump
defense,
should hire you
everyone
instead of spicy
is entitled
Yes.
to a competent defense.
Yes.
Right. We're not legal aid here. We don't just take any case. We have ethical standards here too. And I didn't believe that my client did this, and I gave him the best possible representation.
What are you doing?
And the prosecutor also didn't believe my client didn't do this at the end of the day because he didn't plead to a murder.
All right, we're getting off this topic.
One thing briefly.
Yes.
Police are not perfect. They
And by
make
the way,
mistakes.
this is Attorney Hudnut.
Yes.
Yeah, but also too, I heard one time I heard the public defender for New Jersey say he was waiting for jury to come back on a child molestation case, and he was having a hard time reasoning with his closing argument, but he did a zealous closing, and he said to himself, how he squared it was, if the worst person in the world can get a good, thorough, strong defense, then the best people in the world never have to worry. And that's what criminal defense is. Everyone's entitled to their rights to be protected.
Right. And let me give out the number. And by the way, yes, New Jersey folks and New York folks, we have two attorneys here, criminal defense attorneys, who are speaking on behalf of true success stories that they have done. So once again, the number to call is 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Dial that number and save that number right now. That's 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Make the link, make the call, make the connection.
Speaking of saving, I have a couple questions saved
Sure.
here for you guys.
Go ahead.
If a person has a green card and gets caught with a gun/drugs and gets locked up, will they be deported?
Drug/gun, if you pled guilty to drugs, it's possible. If you pled guilty to conspiracy to distribute or sale of drugs, it's most likely. If it's a gun, maybe. There's a lot depends on it. How long have you had a green card? How many other convictions have you had? How long have you lived in the United States?
We need
What
more info.
equities do you have here? Do you have family? I don't
We're talking
know.
about an open case or a closed case?
It doesn't say.
If it's open, give us a call.
Right.
Yep,
If
1-800.
it's closed, give us a call.
1-800-529-5465. I got my I-485 interview notice, then a day after I received a canceled notice. I have no bad record, came here legally and working legally.
We talked about that 7 times.
Okay.
Okay, what else?
Can a person with a felony sponsor someone?
Yes, as long as it's not sex abuse of a minor.
All right, if my cousin has a VAWA case after her work permit is issued, how long would it take to get an interview date?
Years, because they only give 10,000 a year. So, a VAWA case. I thought a U case.
No, VAWA.
VAWA, you got to file an adjustment. It takes, if the I-360 is approved, it should take about 6 months. If the I-360 is not approved, about 15 to 18 months.
Why do they say when you become a citizen, your child becomes a citizen, but you still have to pay and file for their certificate?
Because everything in America is a benefit, including the Department of Homeland Security making a determination whether he's an automatic citizen.
Okay.
Okay? They still have to do work to look into the fact of whether or not
They
he
are a
gained
citizen.
citizenship automatically. Just like, why do you have to pay for a U.S. passport? I'm born in America. Guess what? I just renewed my passport. I had to pay for it because the State Department's giving me a benefit.
That's how the economy works.
That's welcome to America.
Capitalism.
Capitalism. Well, yeah.
How long it took you
What?
to renew your passport?
1 day.
All right, another question here.
I know what I'm doing.
Wait, it took you 1 day?
Thank you so much for telling me this.
Uno.
I almost got
impressive.
stuck in freaking
Uno
Europe the other day
day.
because my
You're
passport
in Espanol, Brad.
my U.S.
You're working
passport
with
was
Spanish,
filled
huh?
with stamps.
Yes.
Great.
My
Yes.
friend came 5 days ago on a B2 visa.
Si, senor. Next.
My friend came 5 days ago on a B2 visa. Did not get a stamp with time given to stay. How?
We answered this 6 months.
6
this was
months
from
it
this
is.
morning.
All right, good day. I got my I-485 interview notice. Then a day after I receive it. What the hell? Why is this popping up so many times? Same one, right? They're asking this on every
Yeah,
page.
they're posting over and over again. Hey, Brad, my daughter was denied her OPT explanation. She applied too early after paying so much money. What?
He didn't hear you.
Optional practical training. She was denied. She applied too early. They took her money anyway. That's, again, welcome to America. When you apply for a benefit, whether you get the benefit or you don't get the benefit, you were already paid for them to do their work to look into determine whether or not you get the benefit. There's many times people file for their certificates of citizenship and they pay the $1,000, I think it's $1,025, $1,030, whatever the filing fee is now, and they determine you're not a citizen. You are not getting a refund because they determined you filed incorrectly or they made an incorrect decision.
Carlos, our ambassador from DR, says, I have a 10-year-old daughter that my sister, who's a U.S. citizen, wants to help. How can she go about it?
I know Carlos. Carlos needs to speak to me. He's already our client, so.
Okay, Carlos.
Yeah, so you just call us. And
All right,
we'll
let me
talk
get in
about
here,
it.
guys.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
good afternoon, guys. I'm married to a U.S. citizen. He's filing for my teenage son. He's living with his father in Jamaica. Can my sister take him to the interview if his father cannot make it?
This is in another country?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Hello, I have a green card. I'm out of the U.S. for 5 months because of sickness. I'm about to return. Is there going to be a problem?
Yes, because you've been out for more than 6 months. Bring proof that you were sick. So if they question you at the airport, say I did not intend to abandon my permanent residence. I literally couldn't get on a plane because I was sick, and here's all my medical records.
Okay. All right.
If your EAD has been expired for over a year, can you still renew it?
Depends if you have what the basis of your work permit was and whether you're still eligible for it.
All right. Go ahead.
2 DUIs, can you still get citizenship?
Depends when they were.
All this depends. We need context.
5 years. You need 5 years good moral character. Somebody who drinks and drives twice and gets caught, maybe not. Unless it was 20 years ago. Maybe it was 20 years ago.
DUI, DWI?
If you're applying for citizenship in, May 2017, and you have a DUI in May of 2016 and January 2015, I don't think they're going to make you a citizen.
Okay.
All right? That doesn't show a person, you may not be deportable, but that doesn't show a person of good moral character who gets behind the wheel after drinking twice.
It may have been 20 years ago, different story.
Different story.
Yep. I went for my interview on January 31st of this year for my 10-year green card, and I have not received my card yet.
Well, did you pass? Did he pass the interview or she passed the interview? I don't know.
Why'd you say it like that?
Okay, or maybe she didn't pass and that's why she didn't get it. I don't know.
Assuming she passed, how long does it take?
Assuming she passed, she should have the green card in her hand. So now my concern is maybe she didn't pass.
Okay, here's another one. Good day to you guys. Thanks for doing a good job. I have a friend in USA whose status is saying I-485 is ready to be scheduled for an interview since February 28, 2017, that is. How longer does he have to wait for this?
Weeks.
He's in Houston.
Weeks.
Okay, weeks. Not months, weeks. Okay. All right, it's 2 minutes before.
All right, so you heard David Moreno, you heard Jacob Hudnut, you heard David Squeeze Annakie. Save a number of really good criminal defense attorneys.
1-800?
1-800-529-5465, 1-800-529-5465.
One more quick one.
Yes.
Can someone who came here for 2 weeks and gets married, can the husband file for you?
Not after 2 weeks. That's a misrepresentation. And for everybody else, we're going to run the disclaimer. I'm here all day with immigration. We'll be back tomorrow.
Thank you so much for joining us. The proceeding was informational only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein law firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easily remembered, 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-LawLink. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And, of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LawLink. That's 1-800-529-5465.